The expedition was a disaster. The monsters were waiting for you. Their ambush, sudden and violent, your companions murdered. You were left to die of your injuries. They should have killed you when they had the chance. Now you will gather your strength. You will find your way. Craft a weapon from whatever scraps you can find, and you will make them pay. Unbroken is a solo game of survival and revenge in a world of dark fantasy. Build up your character, manage scarce resources, and face terrifying monsters as you try to escape the dark. You'll have to be versatile to survive, steal yourself, face the monsters, reclaim your freedom, or die trying. Welcome back to Unbox and Conquer. Today we have Unbroken. Now, I am not perfect, and I already filmed because I forgot to hit record, so we'll count this more as a showcase than an unboxing since I've already opened it. So in this game, it is a solo dungeon crawler. This was the #1 back pure solo game of all time, I believe on Kickstarter, and it was made in 2018, so this is a few years old. I got this off of Amazon for transparency, but it's a nice thick box. The art's good. I like the bloody goblin fight that's happening on this cover right here. And then this really tough looking woman. She's had some rough time, but she looks like she is about to kick some butt and hopefully get out alive. So the rule book, very thick. Well, not very thick. It's a nice thick. I like how comprehensive it is. It looks like any questions you may have will actually be answered in the rulebook, and you won't have to Google it. And this is some other games they made, but it has a lot of lore. All this is just lore. I will spare you from hearing me read it to you. And then it tells you all the setup. It's got a bunch of components, which I will show you. It also has an expansion coming out.
Are you sure about that?
It might have already came out. I'm going to cut the video right here and actually verify that so I don't sound like an idiot.
One eternity later.
So it's advertised that there will be an expansion on the Kickstarter in the rulebook, but the original backers for this game are still not fulfilled. There are still quite a few copies that I take it from what I looked up on the Kickstarter page have not been received. That sours my enthusiasm for this game. I'm not really happy when publishers do not fulfill their Kickstarters. As a Kickstarter backer, I definitely can feel their pain. And I even feel even worse now that I bought this off Amazon, which means there's backers that are waiting on their game and it's already in retail. Which, if there is any Kickstarter designers watching this video, that's very bad form, and you guys have got to fulfill your backers before you send it to retail. I know you need money and it's a business, but you got to support your backers first. They are the ones that got your dream, your creation, your idea off the ground. Do not give it to Amazon first. Okay, my little rant is over. But apparently this expansion does not appear to be in the works. So disregard this part of the book. But let's let's just talk about the game. So the rulebook does look like it's going to answer any of your questions, which is good. So you guys were spared all the cellophane unwrapping that I usually do at my local game store. So here's your encounter deck, and it's a pretty thick deck. But there are a few cards, like this 6 or 7 cards, where you can create your own, completely blank ones, or some with pictures. So you can create your own encounter for your special one-shot adventure if you want. But In the deck, there's monsters, some merchants, some magic traps, some, your normal basic dungeon crawler occurrences that can happen in any encounter deck. So you're going to shuffle that, sit it there, and fight your way to freedom or find the cool little unbraided staff, which gives you wood. Now, the cards do have some flavor text on the bottom for unbraided. It is from the pages of an old sage's dusty tome. There are staffs inlaid with rare minerals, concealing great power. No reason to get mixed up in that yet. The wood suits your needs just fine. You can always repurpose it later. So it appears every card has flavor. And the art, I do like the art. So, the controversy aside, the product itself is good. The cards are linen finish. I don't know if you can. No, of course you can't, because my camera's not the greatest. But trust me, it is linen finish. Cards feel nice, strong, very, very good quality. So, nice, thick adventure deck, or encounter deck, sorry. You get your standard assortment of trackers. You get a skill deck. Now, every deck is going to have these create your own cards. So you could make your own skills. But there seems to be quite a few already made. Like, I can't see myself. But then again, I am not a homebrew, create your own adventure person. I'm very happy to do whatever the game developer has already set up for me. And there is quite a few skills here, and I don't believe I'd ever need to create my own skills. So that's the skill deck, and now we have a condition deck. Again, 2 blanks to do your own thing. You got poison, crippled, amnesia, panicked, afraid, paralyzed, paranoid. All the things that are going to help you out in life. Now, this is just, you're in a dark dungeon, your friends have been murdered, and you need to get out. So you're certainly not going to be on your A game. So that's your condition deck. It comes with a little bag. And it's embroidered. I will have to read what you do with the bag. And then you have a score tracker sheet, because you can get points to see how well you do based on certain things that are in the back of the manual here. You can find out how good you did. And there's even achievements. I usually play these games where I either live or die. And that is well, I might look into this one. So this is, what is this? Oh, so you have your symbol guide. Always like it when games create a iconography cheat sheet, because some games have a lot of symbols. And this is also linen finish. This is basically just like the card stock, but bigger. But not really tarot, since it's got the sharp corners. And then we have your character classes. So you got a brawler, and then they are male and female, so you can get your choice. You got a sage, a sneak, huntress, and of course your make your own. Then we have the starting equipment, and make your own. So you're going to start off with basic weapons, and then you get the opportunity to advance. Like, if you have the club, it can be upgraded into the axe or the maul. I'll probably play the brawler. You have your combat die, which is pretty large die. Like, this is at least an inch across, but it is got slash marks instead of numbers. That's pretty cool. Looks like an animal clawed it. They are engraved. We have a quick start guide, and it's colored. It's again linen finish, card stock, but larger. And it's got all your, so got like quick rules, and then it's got trackers and phase guides. So you're going to, during your round or your turn, you got your travel phase and your combat phase and all the steps They kind of go through. It looks like a flowchart. That is pretty cool. That'll make playing it a lot simpler than trying to remember everything. You can just reference these two cards. Then we have your achievement trackers. And just sit that there. So you can, I believe these are also dry erase. So you can like write on them. I don't think I will ever do that, but you can. And your monster decks. And here's your blank one to make your own. So we have, oh, okay. So on the back of these cards, they're going to have monster levels. So these are level 1 monsters, 2. We're going by the slash marks. And I believe the end of the game is that you beat your level 4 monster. Now, I have to read the setup and everything. I haven't played. But, so you got a wyvern, vampire, troll, shaman, a big, chunky ogre, a basilisk, a make your own, an orc brute, minotaur, hobgoblin, savage gnoll, dark elf, a bugbear warlord, another make your own. I'm pretty sure there's a make your own for each level. Troglodyte, imp, the obligatory goblin of every dungeon, praise survivor. Yeah, we might be turning into one if we stay down here long. Cave bear, an abomination, which looks kind of like a monster Frankenstein. Let me see if I can get you to focus on that. That looks insane. Another blank one. A were-rat, a shrieking fungus, kobold crafter, feral hyena, a gibberling, and of course, the giant spider. So those are your monsters on these big linen finished cardstock pamphlet size almost. And the player boards, which are basically your tracker boards. So you're going to use your cubes in here to track your resources, time, the monsters, your health, and the effort you're putting in. These are double layer with the nice groove for the little markers. But overall, it is nicely made. I do feel very conflicted now that I know that the backers did not get their game before me. But there are still people, if you go to the Kickstarter page, there are still people waiting on their game. So that may color your decision to purchase this game. It probably would have colored mine if I had known prior to buying it. I had figured it was... I didn't even know it was a Kickstarter when I bought it until just a little while ago. After I had already opened the game and was looking through it. So, but it does look fun, and I will play it, and I hope if you do manage to get this copy, it's after the backers. So I can't really endorse you going to Amazon and buying it, knowing that there's people who back this game and are still waiting for it. But this is what it looks like. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Unbox and Conquer. And thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.